Good evening. It's another gloomy Friday at the unit, but the good weather's coming, which means we need to get we'll call it the Instagram car, back up to par. So I'm going to call it the Instagram car, and it's a good term because there's fucking loads of yous out there that your car will look, I'll put a wee picture here, my car looks banging on an Instagram picture. But see, when you can see it in real life, we've got things like this. So we've got a wee floppy bit of wrap. That's nothing to do with the wrap or how the wrap was installed. That is me running 12 dry wheels in the winter and pretending I'm Drift King. Speaking of 12 dry wheels, lips, these were once, I'll put another picture here, very, very shiny. I daily drove them in the winter, didn't really give it the best due care and attention. Stuff like that happens. What else have we got that's pretty vulgar on this car? Oh, my regi plate surround fell off, but that's kind of handy because I've got a number plate light bulb out and you can't get to it without that being off, so that's ideal. Oh, this is a good one. Jed loves this one. Jed loves calling me out for it. My rear door. So this over fender kit, before I smoothed it in, obviously, is like a kind of two-part for the rear. So there's a door skin, you can see it kind of, and then obviously the rear arch. For whatever reason, this door, not the actual door, but the door skin, sits further out than what the other one does. So it's getting rewrapped anyway. Jed, can you come and demonstrate to the people what my issue is here? So to give context, I have a child. My fiance will put the child in said car at this side. This is what happens when we open the door. Yes. So that's a bit contacty, and if you close the door again, we can see we've broken it. So Kevin's going to rewrap this door. What I think I might do when that's happening is, please stop doing it because this door's actually alright. This, I'm going to sand it down again. I've already spent way too much time sanding this car, but a bit of sanding there to prevent that from happening in the future. More internet car stuff. What you don't see is half of my interior panels are actually not fitted. So we've got them, they're in the Fiesta. Tonight's plan is I'm going to start off with the wheels because the wheels need a revival. They're like my biggest ick at the moment. And then if we get kind of any form of progress tonight on the wheels, we'll start putting interior back in it. I've also now got the driver's seat from Steve, so we can put both seats in. I've found a hydro setup that I really like because it's subtle. So that might also be a video for future. But right now, oh, there's another internet car thing. Since this car was wrapped, I've never actually fitted the roof rails. So obviously they're still the colour the car's actually painted. I've got some in the boot, but they're not painted. Oh, speaking of the boot, what makes this part the funniest is I am a man that fits air suspension to people's cars, and without tooting my own horn, I do an alright job of boot builds. My boot, however, if we can, has it still got battery? Yes. Is absolutely hanging. So my carpets are all still in the back of Ross's van. Only one of my compressors is wired up. None of this is actually, it's like screwed down so it doesn't dart about while I'm driving, but yeah. So that's also another video that could happen unless I'm in this horrible mindset of this car might do one drift day and then take over my life of doing drift days at Crail thinking I'm DK. So it might end up on a set of BCs, it might stay on air, I don't know yet. My future is never certain with cars. I'm renowned for, oh, this is a keeper, and then 3 months later it's away and I've got something else and I need to start the whole process again. But we'll get there. So the approach for fixing the lips of the wheels, I've already tried with young Halpo's method of the drill, and it's, don't get me wrong, it was doing some good stuff, but there's still marks in the lips that it just can't, it won't pull out. They almost look kind of like water spots. So we've got it jacked up, axle stand under either side, jack's still under the diff just for an extra precaution.
Was baby and a car fall off of jack stands?
Yeah, that was a couple of videos ago. If you watch, you know. If you don't, start watching. We'll turn the car on, put it in first, I'll see what the wheel speed's like. If not fast enough, we'll put it in second. This is the part where it kind of, to some people it might seem really sketchy. I know Steve thinks I'm a cowboy for doing it. But Steve, if it works, right? So we have one really aggressive 320, I believe. 320. Then everything else from there will be wet and dry. So we've got 400, 600, 800, 1000 and 1200. And then once we get past the 1200, we'll get the drill attachments back out and I'll go for the soft wheel with the finishing compound. And fingers crossed, it makes the wheel somewhat presentable again, because I've got culture shock in June and this needs repaired badly. So this is where we're currently at. Mars. We've done the 400 wet. Now these lips were, I don't know if you can see it, you can definitely see it. They were pretty pitted before, after getting charged double what I was quoted from a fairly reputable company, but we'll ignore that. We'll try and get them as shiny as we can, but so far we're making good progress. They're definitely not as bad as they were. Right guys, we're back. It's the next day. I stopped filming yesterday because I've got no clue what I'm doing, to be honest, and I took the huff. Oh, that's my quick detail on the floor. Got the rear lips all sanded up. That's really bright. Rear lips all sanded up to 1200. I tried going at it with, I got a polishing kit with these wee wheels, go in the drill. Tried that. Can't really get them to anywhere where I'd be happy with it. So for now, we are just going to run with them at 1200. The wheels are going up for sale anyway, so they'll get sold under the pretense that somebody can either relip the rears because of the pitting, or they can have somebody that knows what they're doing polish them up properly. But to be fair, brushed doesn't look terrible. So we've got the fronts on the rear now. We'll basically do the exact same thing that we just done with the rears, and then that's that done, and we can try and get the driver's seat in the driver's position. Once the driver's seat's in the driver's position, we can get the passenger seat over there. So we are done for today. Give the car a quick pre-wash and rinse. I'm not going as far as washing it because it's now getting dark out. So here's how it looks. Now, me personally, I would normally be the first person to say, if you have lips, why would you do anything other than polish them? But I don't know if it's just the fact that they look a million times better than they did, or if they actually kind of suit it, but they don't look terrible. Really need to get the front end of this down low. And the best bit of this is, I wasn't really cleaning up these lips because I want my car to look better. I want rid of these wheels. I don't like them. I hate them with the centre caps off because they look incomplete. I hate them with the centre caps on because the centre caps are ugly. So I really don't know what to do. If I sell them, I've got nothing else to put on the car just now. If I swap them, it just depends what I get offered. Because it's wide arch and stuff, it's really hard to get a decent spec for it. But all we can really do is try. Off camera as well, I did have a crack at fitting, I don't know where I put it, Oh, it's in the back of the car. The driver's seat, it doesn't fit. The halo section is actually hitting off the B-pillar. I don't know if I can potentially move the brackets over, but where I've got that passenger seat centred just now is like the perfect driving position. So there is potential we could move it over, get it in, but we might need to go down the route of just getting kind of like two of the normal style that's like kind of the passenger seat. So yeah, that's kind of a bit of a Debbie Downer as well. This whole weekend's just been a huff. At least it's outside. It looks better. The wheels were the main thing letting it down before. So I'm happy. I just really, I'm honestly at a point where I kind of want to put it on just like a nice one-piece concave. Next video will be cracking into the seat potentially. Obviously I still need to get that Reggie light bulb switched over so that we can get the plate back on, and then we can actually get using it again. And then I need to take it to get a back box, because the lack of back box is disturbing for your ears. I don't care who thinks IS200s sound good, they don't. I've owned two of them. They do not sound good. The only way they sound good is if you slap a turbo on it. And then at that, they kind of sound like a baby Jay-Z, which is cool. But these cars, where are it? These do not sound good. Stop straight piping them. It's terrible.